My name is Kelly Saponaro, and I'm a court-appointed special advocate for CASA for Kids of Geauga County. When a family comes into the juvenile court, the children are appointed to CASA to represent them. The CASA gets to know the family and spends time with them, finds out the issues that brought them to court in the first place, that we write a report to the judge and tell them how the family is progressing and also make recommendations for the best interest of the children.
Last year we served 203 children, so that was an increase, and it's been a steady increase over the past 4 years. We've seen a huge increase in heroin use as well as domestic violence, so those things have been impacting our children.
Many of them have so little positive in their lives that when you start to do some little things, it can make a big difference, and I've seen that, and it's very satisfying. My name is John Beringer, and I'm a CASA in Geauga County. As a CASA, you typically have 1 or 2 children that you represent. The county social worker that is handling the case probably has 20 or 30 other cases. So the person that can push for that child is the CASA.
I became involved in CASA because I guess 2 things. I just feel every child deserves a supportive, loving home. And I believe children learn what they live, and I just think they need to, I wanted to support that, and it made me very sad to think that all children didn't get that. And I think it's helped me. I've developed real bonds. You know, I love my kids, and I really care about them. And it's been just an important part, and it's very sad to see what children go through, and you don't really think of that in Geauga County. You think of it more as an inner city issue or something, and it's not.
Part of our success is based on, we do have support from the court and the county. Also that we have a fantastic group of volunteers and also a continued interest to volunteer for our program. Our volunteers are not only interested in the children and the families that they serve, but also making sure that they continue their education.
Training is very important when you're a CASA. You take 32 hours of training, pre-service training before you become a CASA, and then every year you have to have at least 12 hours of additional training.
They go into report writing, how you write a report, and you know that's a very big piece of our responsibility. And the other thing is to help people be comfortable. You become very involved in families' lives, and a lot of times when the families come to the court, they're in turmoil, and so you step into a family's life at a time when there is a lot of chaos, and just becoming comfortable with that and learning to deal with that in a professional way.
Friends of CASA is the fundraising arm for CASA for Kids of Geauga County. The money that we raise is used to provide enrichment opportunities for children that may not have those opportunities otherwise. Things like tutoring for school programs or sports programs at school, camps, therapy, braces, sort of anything that a CASA thinks would help a kid either feel more normal with their peers at school or build their self-confidence in an extracurricular activity. We help fund those opportunities for the kids.
Friends of CASA is a very important piece of what we do as a CASA. I've used the funding from Friends of CASA significantly, especially in the current case I'm involved in over the past couple years. I've gotten funding for them to go to horse camp in Chesterland, which they love, and it gives them such pride that they've accomplished something, and they've never gone to camps before growing up.
I had a young man whose father's girlfriend threw his glasses away during the summer as a punishment, and he went off to school, and we got the case late fall. And he was doing terribly in school, and lo and behold, he had no glasses, and nobody was really thinking about it or aware of it. And my first call was to Friends of CASA, who I think it was 2 or 3 days, and I had a check for an eye exam and for new glasses for this boy. And it was a big thing for him.
Recently, Friends of CASA and CASA have been working together to help the children that are aging out of the foster system at age 18. And we have formed the YES Fund, Youth Empowered for Success. And Friends of CASA is helping to fund money to those children who are aging out of the system for post-high school education in order to make those young adults successful adults as they grow.
It's such a hands-on, in the trenches role where you really can make a difference. I've been surprised at how much of a difference you can make with little things.
I think that the part that's most impactful for me is the relationship you develop with the child as you're going through that, because you develop an attachment and you really want to see this child succeed. And sometimes when you step into the situation, it's a very chaotic situation. And as you go through the situation with them, sometimes you start to see things getting better. And it creates a bond with you and the child, as you know what, you're a part of that with them. And it's a pretty powerful thing.
CASA is the gift of hope, and CASA gives hope to all those children who are in very tragic situations, not of their own making. And it gives them hope that someone will listen to them and to be their voice and will always be there for them.
I'm a CASA because I think even a small difference in the lives of a child at the ages that we see them can make all the difference in the world. And I hope to be part of making that difference.
I'm a CASA because I feel like in my role, I get much more than I give. And every case that I have, that becomes a stronger and stronger feeling for me.
I am a CASA because I believe that my actions can inspire others to ensure success of families and children.
I am a CASA because I just want to help children. I enjoy working with children, and I feel that they are the future, and I want them to see that there is a future and that they are loved and they are important, and things that they've been told in the past about not being worth anything and not being able to do things aren't true, and that they can, if they work hard in school, and I think if they have the support, they can become successful and productive adults and happy, which is what I want for them.